Hey there everyone, this is Mystic Fish and welcome to episode 20 of our Factorio series on building a cellular megabase. The last episode we got pretty far in our science cell design, we got up through the sciences, and as promised, while I was off camera I set up some of the remaining builder stuff that was in here, so the logistic chest, things that are not otherwise science inputs. And let's see, a couple things here. I pretty much opted for assembly machine 2s for these. Again, I think they're cheaper. I think because these are not going to be running continuously, I think it's okay to use the assembly machine 2s for these. I did do a little bit of direct insertion for some of these things just to cut down on how many logistics interactions we need here. What else is it worth saying? We had to include a production of labs and rocket silos, both of which are actually on the builder train. As funny as that might be to put a rocket silo on a train, we nonetheless did it. However, I did cut down on the logistics requests here from what would normally be set by pasting the recipe in here, just because we really only need to, we don't need to build these very fast. So, so I don't think we need to buffer up too many extra materials here. Surrounded things with roboports. Let's see, what else have we done? I've renamed the stations so that they have the lab sign there for what we're sort of doing with the builder train stuff. I did update this so that we use the lab signal to indicate we have a lab or a science builder train ready. I did come up here and just because water was up here, I put the production of explosives and concrete up here. Okay, that is most of what I did while I was off camera, but I do, oh, and I guess I went and updated the bill of materials, train manifest over here based on what we had set up, although I'm about to go change things, so I'm gonna have to go update them again. I went and adjusted the slots in the train here. So for example, we have labs, we have electric furnaces in here, we have the rocket silo, as I mentioned. We also have assembly machine 3s, for example. So those are all in, and that stuff is all good. Okay. Now, folks wrote in with some errata, so to speak, some things to check on. One was a couple people, Tedji and Paistro, both said, "Hey, I'm not sure you actually pasted the recipe for the radar here, so let's just go ahead and do that." It looks like we did, so that's actually okay. Or I did it at some other point. So, okay, then let's see. The other thing, let's see, Kevin McGaughy, if I said that right, noted that that we have a little bit of a problem right here with this inserter, and that is because if we look at this assembly machine, this is consuming 1980 copper cables per minute. So 1980 divided by 60 is 33 cables per second. And unfortunately, this stack inserter can only do 27 items per second. So that is actually not enough. That is not enough throughput there. So we are going to have to figure something else out here with these guys. And one possibility, and it looks like we're still electrified even if I take that out, so that actually greatly simplifies what we need to do. which is we should probably see what's the request here, 990. So we can probably cut this in half and make this what is that, 495? Copy, paste. Okay. Now we can keep up with the copper cable inputs. If we do that, that means we can copy this like so. Copy you, paste you there. Take you out. Oh, I wonder if this is indeed actually still powered. That covers that half. That covers that half. There is one tile that's not covered, but it seems like some of this stuff. Maybe that guy is not. No, that's covered. I don't know. I guess when we plug it all in, we'll figure it out. When we test it, let's see, what was I doing? Oh, right, I'm copying this guy here, and then copying this to here, and then I am copying. Oh, let's see. Taking this out, copying this, putting it here, copying this, and putting it there. Okay, so that should cover that. Right. Okay. Very good. That takes care of that. Thank you, Kevin. I do want to say thank you to Ian Clarebrook, who pointed out, I guess as a result of me like opening and closing the factory planner a bunch and saying like, where was I on like processing the iron? Things I learned, Ian pointed out that there's this interesting option here in the factory planner where we can say mark recipe as done. And when we do that, it adds little checkboxes here so that we can use that to keep track of where we are for future building stuff. So thank you, Ian, for that. Okay, and then let's see. Then Paistro had a number of detailed notes, and there's actually a bunch of stuff that we can fix here. And so let's get started up here with the gear. The gear assembler. So if we consult the factory planner, the gear assembler is not actually running full tilt. It actually only needs 344 items per minute, which is less than these two iron producing furnaces will produce, which means that we can change these into provider chests. And I guess we want to limit those like this. Okay, very good. What else? Down here, when we were playing around with this thing, we accidentally cut off the petroleum gas into the sulfur production. Fortunately, that is a very easy fix. There we go. Check. Because now we have sulfur going into this provider chest, we don't need this one. So that is good. And then Paistro noted that we actually only need 5 total copper cable producers. And so we're actually accounting for 4 of them here in the green circuits. So we actually have too many of these. And I think what that means is that, but if you remember that we were accounting for the furnaces in the production, so I think what that means is we can just get rid of, we need to keep this one, but it means we can get rid of this one. and just change that like so. For that one, because then the remaining copper guys or copper furnaces can just go ahead and produce copper. And then this one. Let's see, I've got these still hanging around, which I don't need anymore. And then this is a copper guy, right? Let's look at this. Yes. All right, so we get rid of these and we copy these into there. Okay, great. That takes care of the cable assemblies. And then Pystro noted we did the calculation on the LDS incorrectly. So let's bring these back in and take a look at these again. Okay, and I've been running into this. Oh, here I'm like that doesn't look right. We need this guy. No, not that guy. This one. Okay, now what do you do? Okay, I had looked over here and said, okay, this is consuming 330 per minute, but this. Oh, you don't have a recipe. Okay, well let's fix that. Oh, I got rid of my do I have this recipe anywhere? I don't have anybody with the recipe. All right, I'm gonna do a quick cutscene and go grab some ores. I got rid of that stuff at some point, so I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and now I have some copper ores, so we can turn this into a copper guy. Anyway, where were we? Okay, this is consuming 330 plates, and this is producing 211. So we actually do need 2 furnaces per LDS. We have 7 assemblers making LDS, if I remember right. Yeah, 7. So we need to find 7 more furnaces, but we actually just freed up 8 up here. So I think what we can do is we can start grabbing 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the rest of them? 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's grab. How do we want to do this? All right, I'm gonna grab this one. And we'll move that up here. That can go up here. Right. And so now 2 of the copper furnaces do produce more than the LDS will consume. So it's fine to leave these as provider chests. Then we need this stuff over here for this guy. Okay, good stuff. Let's see, we can do the same thing again here. Let's take this one and put it here. Right. Then let's see, that means we get rid of these. Let's take this one and put it here. Copy these. All right, and then we've got one more we can paste in up there, which I guess we'll grab this one. have a feeling we may need to weave some medium power poles in the middle of this to power this all by the time we are done. Okay, so now, is this a copper one? Yeah, that's a copper one. Okay, so, is this a copper one? Yeah, these are both copper. Okay, so, let's see. Let's move you. I guess you can stay there. You are copper, so let's move you up. Let's get you out of there. Let's move you up. Okay. Oh no, that didn't help me. Because I need to move this one. I'm going to move that one there. And then what I really need to do is get rid of that and slide this stuff up here. Right. And then I want to slide this stuff up here. And then, let's see, if I move this here, and this here, and slide this down a little bit, I can grab one of these here. And grab this stuff and put it there. Okay, that looks good. We definitely going to need, I guess I can slide this down. All right, we'll just put some, we'll apply substations until the complaining ceases. Okay, so I think we have now fixed the LDS. All right, so each one of these has 2 with provider chests. Let's make sure we still have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. And then here is the leftover copper smelter, which, I mean, I guess it doesn't super matter where that goes. Although, I think what I will do is I will move this stuff up here. Why did that not move? Is it a little too big? Oh, it's a little too big. All right, then. I need to move this stuff anyway because it's down at the edge of the row of beacons, so it was not adequately beaconified. But I think that means we can take these out, so that's good stuff. We have enough room for another roboport. Sure. That's fine. Those cover those. Okay, good. All right, so that's that. Let's see. Oh, we no longer need this. This is a vestigial underground pipe from when we moved this up, so we can get rid of that. And then let's just check our alignment on the LDS. The LDS are all, what do I want to say? Beacon unaligned, right? Okay, so that fixes all that. Okay, phew. All right, I think that fixes all that stuff. What else did I want to say? Okay, so then the other thing that I wanted to just note is this is the set of stuff that we're going to build in the cell as it's built, right? So I said this last episode, so we're not going to put any beacons or modules onto the train. There was an interesting debate in the comments and discussion, and Paistro also contributed to that, about is it better to put these on the train so that when a new science cell gets built, it's sort of like up to speed faster with all its beacons and everything? Or by not putting these on the train, does it make it cheaper to build, to sort of fill a new train meaning we can fill trains faster. So really good question. I'm just going to admit here that I'm a little lazy in that I did not want to figure out how to cram all of these beacons onto the train. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's try this out with the whole, we'll have the new cell produce its own beacons in modules. Now, one of the things that I realized here is that, and Peiser made a good point here as well in that discussion. I currently have, so like here's the output inserter for the prod 3 modules. And I currently have this set so that it's connected to the logistic network, and it says you can only output one if we don't have any in the logistics network. And the idea was I don't really want to produce any more of these than the current cell needs. However, Peister pointed out there's no guarantee that we build things in the right order. So in particular between the speed modules and the beacons. And so it is possible that we produce speed modules that don't have any beacons to go into. I do think we are, let's see, we're producing 5 beacons per minute with this thing. And we're producing 1.25. So, actually, as I think I was like, oh, we could do like fun circuitry and just like count how many we've made. And I'm actually convincing myself right now that I think this is actually okay. The prod modules always have someplace to go because we have all of the machines that will receive prod modules will be on the train, and so they'll be built and just waiting for modules. So the construction bots will always be able to place a prod module when we build it. And then we're basically building, if we look at this, right? So we're producing, and I realize these beacons are not on right now, but they equally affect these down here, so it should be the same. So we're producing 5 beacons per minute, which means that we have enough, we're producing enough beacons to be able to accommodate 10 speed 3 modules per minute, but we're really only producing 1.25. So we're building sort of like beacon slots 8 times faster than the speed modules to fill them. So I think, okay, yeah, there may be a little bit of timing, but I think it will not take very long before we really outstrip things. And so I think the simple logic that we have here for just limiting and saying, hey, if you ended up with something, basically one of these output boxes that didn't get placed by a construction bot, you can probably stop. Right. Okay, I think that's all the stuff. Okay, so we did change some stuff. So what I am going to do next, and we'll just do a quick cutscene for this, is I'm going to go through, I'm going to do a quick re-update of the manifest over here. We'll take a proper blueprint of this thing, and then I'll meet you over at the place where we have reserved for building this thing. And I think let's hook it up. All right, very exciting. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back and we have our blueprint here ready to go. I think what I want to do is, I think I want to paste this in. Let's see, make sure my robots are off for the moment. I think I want to paste this in. Now, because we don't have any science builder trains, nothing will come in here. So I'm going to paste this in, and then I'm going to open this up. Wait, is that what I want to do? I think that yeah, okay, that's right. No, we'll leave this here. But what I will do is I'm going to rename, well, let's see. I guess I need to make sure that we finish building. I forgot to do the stem cell. So let's see, what else do we need for the stem cell? That's this stuff. Okay. This one. I guess our neighboring cell kind of produced stuff for us here. All right. Oh. Come on, reach it. Reach it. Reach it. It's like, why can't you reach this stupid tree? There we go. All right, is this all in? All right. Okay, so what I think I want to do is, I think I actually just want to borrow a mining building train. And I'm going to rename this guy to be this one. And then we should be able to have most of the materials get dropped off here. You are empty. That seems not right. Okay. We'll get you out of here. Oh, there's no path. Interesting. Oh, thanks, neighbor. Thanks, neighboring robots. All right, can you get out of here now? Okay, I need to actually, take these out. All right, are you enabled again? Here we go. All right, and then I'm just going to, let's see, we know that there's going to be some stuff missing in here. Which I will supply to the storage chests. Once we're done with our progressive build, where we put the electric stuff in first. I fully expect, because we built with ghosts, that there are going to be missing power poles in here. So we will also be looking for that. But I think our goal here is, I want to see some science get going. I want to see builder train stuff, and I want to see modules and beacons start to get produced here. All right, here comes. Oh, we got a lot of roboports to put in here. I guess we can watch this and see if any of these roboports are missing power. Alright, you're gone, that's fine. Well, that seems to have worked. And so now the things that we are missing. Let's see, what are the things that are missing? I guess we'll wait till this stuff starts to get inserted somewhere. Gotta wait for our, there, that just cleared. So the next 15-30 seconds we should advance to phase 1 construction, at which point we can go drop some stuff in for the construction bots. Which I intentionally did not put. I don't have beacons and modules in my inventory. I offloaded those onto the train. All right, here we go. There's more stuff coming in now. We know they're going to need assembly machine 3s and electric furnaces and the labs and the rocket silo. I think those are the major things that are missing. We're going to see if there are counts off for some other stuff. Let's see if all this stuff comes in. Because we expect to be missing modules. That's okay. And beacons. What else? I thought I gave you labs. Didn't I give you labs? Yeah, there's labs in there. What are you talking about? Alright, so we'll watch this. Alright, I'm going to speed up the video here. We're going to just watch this build and see if we're missing any power anywhere. I see some over here. How do we best want to fix that? If I put this here, does it connect to anything? Not. What, here? That won't connect. I really need one here and here. Alright, that gets us some power in there. At the cost of 2 extra medium power poles. Here's another problem, although this one can be fixed with a substation. Ooh. I think we finished building everything. Alright, what's missing here? Beacons and modules. That is actually everything that we expect to be missing. Okay. Well, I know I said we were going to speed up the time, but I don't think we need to. I think instead, what we're going to do is, and this guy should be ready to, this one's disabled now, right? Yeah. So that's fine. It's okay that it has the wrong station name, although, let's see, I think, you know what, let's just fix it. There's the indicator for the train. Fix that. That's fine. Are you still disabled? You are still disabled. Okay, great. So then I think you can... Oh, you do not have the right... Alright, we also have to fix this train's schedule because you need to go here until you are empty. Okay, so why don't you go around and start to get filled up. And we can get our resource trains in here. All right. I am going to go ahead and we'll go off camera until something more interesting happens. And stay tuned. It's going to take a while for us to get all of our starter resources in here and for the logistics bots to get going. Oh, I suppose I forgot to mention, I did copy in the circuit that we had already seen that that checks for utilization of logistics bots and inserts more into the network if we need more. So so that is here. That's the same circuitry we've seen previously. And yeah, okay. Well, construction seemed to mostly work. We were with the minor addition of missing some electric poles. Where the heck is this loudspeaker? Is it under this tree? Like, where is it? I need to delete that thing because it is seriously. There it is. All right, get rid of you. Thank you. All right. So we're going to let this thing go. I guess we're going to look for science being produced, and we're going to look for beacons and modules being produced. So stay tuned, and we'll see what happens. Okay, just ran into something, which I actually just already fixed because I thought I was recording and my microphone was off, so no good for that. But one of the things we found that the oil didn't actually start processing, and somebody, one of the viewers, I forget who it was at the moment, noted that we were going to have this problem because of this condition here, which says if we're low on anything, then give us a green. But the problem is when all of the oil products are 0, as they are at the beginning, this is never true, and so we only get 1 green out of this, which means this pump didn't activate. So the fix for that is to just come over here and put a constant combinator with 1 unit of each of the products. Then the count of oil products is never 0, and so that kicked in properly. The other thing I noticed was we were missing the coal inputs over here into the coal liquefaction, so I have added those things as well. Let's see, otherwise electric furnaces are going. That's fun stuff. Have you made anything yet? You have not made anything yet. Alright, it's going to be a while, I think, before we get to beacons and modules and any kind of science going on. Have we gotten our full... Alright, but we have gotten our full bootstrap of initial resources, so it's just a matter of waiting now. So we will see you when there's something else to report. Okay, next problem that I discovered is our oil balancing is not balancing so hot. We've got more than 1,000 light oil and not nearly enough petroleum gas, but we're not cracking any light oil, and I discovered it's because we didn't fix this thing. So this was missing, and if you remember, this was if anything is 2, meaning we have 2 blues or 2 greens. I should fix that. Oh, we've got another problem here. And we have another problem here because this chem plant can't get access to this light oil. What should we do about that? I'd really like to slide this over a little, which I believe I can do. Let's turn these on. Whoa! That's not what I wanted to do. I'm putting in tons of beacons. Ah! Alright. But if I slide these over, then I can send this down to here. I can do this. I can move this. I can get rid of this. And then I can move this pump here, and then do that. And then I need to fix this thing. And this is going to be if anything equals 2. Which hopefully lets it continue going. Now let's see, where are we at? Yeah, we're short on... Okay, we're short on everything right now, so these should be running full blast. Okay, great. Let's see if that helps address some of our... although, let's see, we really should be full on this, so we should be cracking as much heavy oil as we can. Alright, this is just going to have to catch up. We're currently successfully using all the light oil, which means there's not really much light oil available for cracking, which means we really only have enough petroleum to keep this first chem plant running, so we're sort of blocked on being able to produce sulfur, which is why we're not getting any blue science in. Whoa, I've just put a bunch of modules and beacons in. Have we produced any? That's a good question. We have not produced any beacons or modules yet, so stay tuned. We have been producing some red science, so that's good. We've produced some green science, some black science. No blue science yet because we're blocked on sulfur. We did produce a purple science. And any yellow science? No, not yet. Oh, right, because we're not going to be able to make any blue circuits until we get sulfur going. All right, so let's see. This is an interesting question, which is, can we catch up enough? Have we produced any of these? That's a good question. We have not, and we cannot, because we're missing the blue circuits. So the other sciences should eventually back up, right? And the builder train should eventually fill up everything that it can build. And so I do think eventually we'll back up plastic. And we'll be able to get the sulfur in here. So that may take longer than expected. This is an interesting little conundrum here. And I wonder if it means that we have to I wonder if we're gonna have to rearrange some of this stuff here. We have made plastic in here, so that's okay. We just haven't made any sulfur, and that's really the problem. Yeah. It's because this pump is in the wrong place. This pump is in the wrong place. Okay, we have to fix this one too. So let's put the pump up here. And let's put this underground pipe to here. That means we don't need that one or that one, but we can do that. And then we do need to control this pump, so that only if we have too much petroleum gas. Nope, that wasn't right. All right, well, stay tuned. We're gonna have to just monitor this and see how it goes. I kind of artificially added some beacon modules to some of this stuff, so I'm a little curious to see if it will successfully bootstrap this or not. So, all right, stay tuned. Okay, next problem is that we're not actually inserting iron into all of our green circuit production. So we've got the requester chest here, but we're not actually inserting it. So in 3 of these assemblers, so that kind of makes it hard to make green circuits. Yeah, all right, we'll see what else we find. Well, this episode got a little too long than I think is good for a YouTube audience, so we're going to cut things off right there at a cliffhanger. Things are obviously well underway here, but there is more debugging to be done, so stay tuned for the next episode on that. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and until then, bye.